Well, I've got two cellos, and neither of them would stay in tune, so the pegs would slip. I tried the peg grease and scuffing them up with sandpaper and all that stuff, and I got looking online and found Fiddler Shop or Fiddle Shop, and they had two different kinds of geared pegs. They've actually got gears inside them. And there's I think Whitmer and Perfection. I might have bought a set of each, I'm not sure, but they ran with tax about $150 per cello. So I got two cellos, so I got about $300 in the pegs. They do work good. Now you can buy reamers and all that kind of stuff. Or reamers, I don't know, $200-300 depending on which one you buy. But I just bought a $10 brand new file with a good handle. And I got a veneer, a couple of digital veneers that I can measure the size of the peg and the size of the hole. So I figured that would probably be, for me anyway, a good way to start, because I'm not going to try to sell it. It doesn't have to look like a Stradivarius. So I got what I did here was I simply filed out the holes to a taper, and then fitted each peg in each hole and got it to where I could stick it up in there and it wouldn't come out. And then I put the strings back on them. But I got these cellos. The first one, this one here, I got about maybe 1988. One of my daughters was in a band in high school, and I bought it from Kansas City Strings. Down in Kansas City, they rent orchestra equipment, stuff like that, and they specialize in stringed instruments. And I think it was about $1,850 back then. They're custom made for Kansas City Strings, and they had a rent to own, so you simply paid rent every month. And then when the price that you paid rent matched what it retailed for, they just gave you title to it. So, but it never would stay in tune. She didn't enjoy the band at all. It wouldn't stay in tune, and I didn't realize what was going on at the time. The band teacher didn't say a word, which I was upset for once I found out. But so anyway, then she got married and was going to sell it, and so I just asked her. I said, "What are you going to sell it for?" And I forget what it was, about $300 or $400. So I said, "Well, I'll just buy it from you." You know, I said, because I already had close to $2,000 in it, something with the taxes and all that stuff. So I thought, what the heck? At least I'll have a cello. And then when I retired, this lady in Kansas City had, you'll see the other one at the end of this, she wanted to sell one, and she had given, I think she said $2,500 for it, and had it for 10 or 15 years, and wanted to sell it, and you can't get nothing out of them. I mean, nobody will pay anything for them. But she wanted, I think it was $750 or $800 for it with a stand, and a stand. Well, back then, a stand was $75 or $80. So anyway, I wasn't going to bargain her down. You know, she needed the money, and what the heck. So I bought that. So I wound up with two of them. Can't really play either one of them, but and then I had a rotary cuff tore up in my right arm from changing oil on a forklift overhead, which I was I should have went and got a ladder or had better leverage, but I pulled those muscles in my shoulder and had it operated on. But this is not too bad of a job, actually, if you take your time. Now, I've got this down pretty close here on the time thing, because I took all this bunch of it out. But it took several hours to fit these things up. And if you ever do it yourself, you do not want to get in a rush, because you don't want to bust through, and you don't want to force them pegs in there hard enough that you'll bust the wood. That's the trick. Get it close and then press them in. But these things really work. I haven't. I'm going to play at the end of this each one of them where you can kind of hear them. And I hadn't touched them for 6 months. Put them in tune. Hadn't touched them for 6 months, and I just had a couple strings on there I had to do a little bit with. So But the strings on this one, I think I give like $18 for the set. It's the cheapest set known to man. It is just a good set will cost you $100, $150. I think I give $18 at Amazon or something like that for them. It sounds better than what I thought it would. Then the other ones are the original strings that the lady had on it, and so they've got to be 30, 35 years old now. But I had a lot of fun with this, and I enjoy fooling with them. But anyhow, thanks for watching this thing, and these are fun to play, but it hurts my shoulder from that rotary cuff operation. It kind of makes my shoulder burn when I do this. I don't do it enough. I ought to do it like on guitar and play it every day for 5 minutes and probably get that out. But anyhow, music is fun, and I recommend it. And I'll be coming up with the cello in a little bit here. So anyway, be safe, and thanks for watching. kills my shoulder. I pulled a... What's that thing in my shoulder, hon? That muscle.
I'm not sure.
Rotary cuff. Yeah, had a rotary cuff operation. This makes it hurt. Okay.